Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ba'd. This is day number 11 from Daily Hadith. And inshallah today we're going to focus on a different hadith that deals with, I guess you could say, continuity and persistence in worship. The most important thing that we do as Muslims in worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that we find the things that we're capable of doing. Now, of course, we're not dealing with the obligations as a Muslim, because you have to pray 5 times a day. It's not like something that you can do when you want to do or not do, when you don't feel like it. But we're talking about like the different extra actions, reading the Quran, memorizing the Quran, some people that want to pray at night, some people that want to fast, and things like that. And these extra actions of good that the people can do. And the main point of this is to try to be continuous, and you try to find actions that you can do on a regular basis, that you can do regularly without causing boredom and without tiring yourself out to the point where now you start to hate the action. So like, for example, if you were to fast, let's say 3 days a month, or you fast Yom al-Ithnain or Yom al-Khamis, whichever one you choose, each time that you fast, you feel good, and you're waiting for the next time to fast. And you keep that regular schedule of doing this type of good regularly. If you were to fast every single day over a period of time, you just start to hate fasting, and you don't even want to fast anymore. So the point is like you do these types of the things that you do, reading Quran. You want to read an amount that you can read every single day. You don't want to like try to take on I'm going to read 10 juz a day, but you haven't built up to that type of ability. And then after like 10, 15 days, you burn out, and then you don't even want to read anymore. So this hadith is dealing with that type of thing, where the person should try to do the actions within their means, within their capabilities of doing the actions continuously. So this hadith is an Aisha radhiyallahu anha, al-Mu'mineen, and she said, أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم دخل عليها وعندها امرأة قال من هذه؟ قالت فلانة تذكر من صلاتها قال مه عليكم بما تطيقون فوالله لا يمل الله حتى تملوا وكان حب الدين إليه ما داوم عليه صاحبه. This hadith is رواه البخاري. This hadith is in Bukhari. It's on the authority of Aisha al-Mu'mineen radhiyallahu anha, and where she said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam he entered upon her in the imra. There was a woman that was with her, and he asked. He said, "Who is this? Who is this woman that's with you?" And she said, "It's fulana." And fulana is just a word that's used in the Arabic language to show like kind of like a John Doe type thing, where you don't want to mention the person's name. So you just say, it's fulan, it's fulan. It's just, you don't mention their name. So fulan ibn fulan, or fulanatu bint fulan. So this is just a term that you use in place of not mentioning a person's name. So she said, qalat fulana, tadhkuru min salatiha. And she mentioned in the different things that she, how she prayed and how much she used to pray. And another narration that she didn't used to sleep. She used to stand up and pray at night. And the Prophet ﷺ said, mah. And mah here, it means like, kufi and hadha kalam. Kufi, kufi, obviously, if you're speaking to a man, because this is an ism fi'l. All right, it's an ism fi'l, and it has the meaning of hold, like stop that speech. Don't continue with that speech. So it's basically like he's saying like kufi and hadha kalam, like hold, like stop that talk, because she's praising her for all her type of worship, not sleeping, and and being very, very difficult on herself, right? So the Prophet ﷺ said, no, stop. And he said, alaykum bima tutiqun. He said, it's upon you to do what you have the capabilities of doing. You worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we would, obviously, like I said, we're talking about the extra acts of worship within your ability. La yamallu Allahu hatta tamallu. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never ever become bored with you and leave you until you tamallu, until you become bored. And you burn out, because when you're trying to be so difficult on yourself, your body can handle only so much. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's gonna, as long as you're continuously worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala facilitates everything for you. So as long as you're continuing to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is opening up everything for you. But once you burn out and then you stop, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gonna stop giving you, because now you're not doing it anymore. And you lost the benefit. So the whole point is that we want to do things within the abilities that we have. Like, for example, if you're working 12 hours a day, you're going to work at, let's say, like 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're coming home because obviously you got transportation, you got to go to in the street, to get to work and all that. So you're coming home like, let's say like 7, 8 o'clock at night. You have to deal with family, you have to do other things, and then you want to get up and pray for like 3 hours a night. You're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna tire yourself. So you try to do whatever's in your means. So try to get in the masjid and pray the salat in the masjid. Try to pray witr, at least pray witr, three rak'at. If you can't pray 3, then pray just 1. Just wake up before Fajr, before the Adhan of Fajr, and pray 1 rak'at. Do something, but do it every single day. How much Quran can you read on a daily basis? And you try to do that. So this way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps giving you more, and He keeps giving you the ability. As long as you continue doing this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to make it easier and easier for you, inshallah. So you start to read more, and also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you time to have, so maybe like, now you're working 12 hours a day, but maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you're constantly being consistent in worship, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens up for you to where you find a new job that pays you more money and you work less time. So now you have more time, and you continue to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that free time that you have. Continue to learn for yourself, and also teach your children, teach your family, teach the people around you. So it said, لا يمل الله حتى تملوا وكان حب الدين إليه ما داوم عليه صاحبه. And he said the most beloved religion to him, ما دام عليه صاحبه, is the one that the person is continuous in doing. That means every day, day in and day out, this is what he's doing. So maybe he only reads 1 juz of the Quran every day. And you say, well, that's a little bit. Why you only read 1 juz? You could read 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 every day. You could finish the Quran once a week. Why are you just reading the Quran once a month? But he's doing it every day, month after month, year after year. And it starts to build on it, and he starts to benefit. Whereas this other person, he's trying to read 5 juz a day, and he does it for like 1 month. Then he gets tired, and then like 3 weeks, he doesn't even pick up the mushaf. And then he starts to try to read again, and then he gets tired. So he's not continuous, so he doesn't benefit. But the person who does a little bit every single day, he's the one that truly benefits. He's praying witr, even if it's 1 rak'ah every single day, but he's doing it every single day. Another person, he gets all hyped up and motivated. I'm going to pray just like the Prophet. I'm going to read Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Nisa, and Surah Al Imran in 1 rak'ah. How long are you going to be able to keep that up? Because you wouldn't do that with anything else in your life. If you were to start an exercise program, you're not going to start off trying to bench press 400 pounds, are you? Or you're not going to try to start doing like these like complex gymnastic type movements. You start off with basics. You start off with a little bit. You get in a routine, and then you start to build on that. You do that with every single thing in your life. So don't let the shaitan come to you and try to make you do anything different in the religion. And the religion, you start off with, you get a routine. This is the amount of Quran that I'm going to read every day. This is the amount of Hadith that I'm going to read a day. And these are the extra prayers that I'm going to pray every day. And inshallah, and these are the days that I'm going to fast. And I'm going to start on this schedule, and it's a little bit, I'm going to pray witr every night. I'm going to pray the 2 rak'atain before Fajr, and the rak'atain after Maghrib. Let's start with that only, okay? And witr, okay? And do this, and do it continuously. And then over time, you say, okay, alhamdulillah, 6 months have gone by. I've done this continuously. Now I'm going to add to this. Now I'm going to pray a little bit more. Now I want to add Salat al-Duha. So now I want to pray Duha every day. We'll start with 4 or 2 rak'atain, or even 4. Let's say 2. Start with 2. And you continuously do that for another 6 months. And then you add a little bit more. With the Quran, you start off with a juz. You do that for like a year. And then you add like another juz. You do 2 juz and do that for a year. And you keep doing it. And over time, it just starts to become easier and easier and easier. And it gets stuck in your head. And you're the one who's truly benefiting, because you're consistently seeing the speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over and over. You take books in the Hadith and you constantly reading, just even if it's like 20 minutes a day. You say 20 minutes a day, I'm going to sit down and read a book of Hadith, whether it's Bukhari, whether it's Muslim, or if it's a smaller book like Riyadh al-Salihin, Bulugh al-Maram, or even Umdat al-Ahkam. Any of those books, you start to just read a little bit every single day, 20 minutes a day, until you complete them. And over time, next thing you know, you've read the Kutub al-Sittah. Maybe over like 5, 6, 7 years, you can finish the Musnad of Imam Ahmed. So it's about just doing those little things and doing them continuously. That's how you benefit. That's where success is. Success is not getting all super duper motivated and burning yourself out. Success is taking the minimum of what you can do and doing that regularly and all the time, and then building on it until eventually you're doing things that no human thought anybody could do. وإلى هنا سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.